To understand how the Los Angeles crime family became entangled in the movie industry, we must first go back to its origins, a story of ambition, power, and shadows creeping into the bright lights of Hollywood. It began with Joseph "Iron Man" Ardisone, a man as elusive as he was powerful. By the late 1920s, Ardisone had cemented himself as the undisputed king of organized crime in Los Angeles. He controlled a sprawling network of bootlegging, gambling, and extortion rackets, operating with a mix of cunning and brute force. But in 1931, Ardisone mysteriously vanished, leaving a power vacuum that would be filled by someone far more ambitious, Jack Dragna. As Dragna rose to power, Hollywood in the 1930s was undergoing a transformation. The movie industry was booming, churning out iconic films like The Public Enemy, King Kong, and The Adventures of Robin Hood. Hollywood wasn't just an entertainment hub. It was shaping American culture and pulling in staggering amounts of money. And where money flowed, the mafia followed. Jack Dragna was a cunning strategist who forged alliances with the National Mafia Syndicate, securing a rare seat on the commission. A privilege few West Coast bosses ever achieved. But Dragna didn't just aim to control typical rackets. He saw the movie industry as a golden opportunity. Hollywood, with its glamour and endless cash flow, was ripe for exploitation. Dragna wasn't the only one with his eyes on Tinseltown. Benjamin "Bugsy" Siegel, sent by Lucky Luciano to expand the syndicate's influence on the West Coast, had his own ambitions. Siegel was a force of nature, charming and ruthless, and he quickly began infiltrating Hollywood's powerful unions. Through extortion and backroom deals, both Dragna and Siegel found ways to make millions by targeting production companies desperate to avoid costly delays caused by labor disputes. Dragna's men were more than happy to mediate these disputes for a price, but Dragna resented Siegel's dominance. While they worked together on ventures like a racing wire service, tensions over control of Hollywood's unions simmered. Dragna collected his share of the profits, but New York's backing of Siegel left him feeling like a secondary player in his own territory. When Siegel's Las Vegas projects faltered and his favor with the syndicate waned, Dragna saw his opportunity. In 1947, Siegel was assassinated in Beverly Hills. The murder remains officially unsolved, but many believe it was Dragna's men who carried out the hit. With Siegel gone, a power vacuum emerged, but it was far from the end of the conflict. Siegel's lieutenant, Mickey Cohen, refused to fall in line behind Dragna. Cohen's defiance turned Los Angeles into a war zone. Bombs exploded outside Cohen's home, and assassins stalked the streets, but Cohen proved remarkably hard to kill. As the 1950s approached, the mafia's grip on Hollywood began to loosen under increasing law enforcement scrutiny. High-profile investigations and crackdowns made it harder for organized crime to operate in the open. Yet, the legacy of their influence remained. For decades, the mafia had used extortion, labor disputes, and fear to turn Hollywood's silver screen into a source of golden profits. Though the LA crime family eventually unraveled, the mafia's shadow over Hollywood stretched into the late 20th century, a reminder that behind the bright lights and larger-than-life stories, there were always darker forces at play. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below on what part of history you would like to unpack next.